choose your own hours, get paid in cash, and also get a little bit of exercise while doing it. I think most everyone here would like to. So a little bit of background. My boss or myself was a regional SID for Indiana, so oversaw like around 1,000 people for signing referees to different soccer tournaments and competition. The Indiana Soccer Association is a not-for-profit, kind of like the NCAA, that oversees competition and provides public education about competition in soccer to the general public. And in general, we believe that Indiana Soccer provides the best possible officiating for soccer to create a safe, structured, well-organized game. Sorry, I'm jittery today. Field for play. Problems at hand. The Indiana Soccer Association likes to think of itself as the highest standard for soccer competition there is. And lately, we've been getting a lot of negative feedback from the applications that all of our coaches and the referees have, and they're able to give feedback towards us about every game when they put in the scores themselves. That's absolutely unacceptable. It's been stagnant or decreasing in the past 6 months, and we've definitely picked up on that here recently. Also, not just that, but my evaluations and also my colleagues' evaluations that we do once every 6 months of each of our referees has been slowly declining as well, and that is very eye-opening as well. What I'm looking for in a referee: professionalism. So, just like myself, I don't have my patch on today. That would be a good example of what not to do. Also, having your shirt untucked. Some simple stuff like that. The first impression when you first meet a coach and shake their hand is you want to have the best impression, or your best first impression possible. You want to set the mood of the game very high. You want them to look at you as a professional, well-knowledge referee. Simple things such as holding your flag. When you call for a corner kick, you point at the flag no matter how far you are away. And the same thing with the goal kick. Except you have to. Some people you get lazy and just hang it out here. You might be 10 yards away from the 6. But every time, no matter what, you have to hold out. You have to get in line with the 6 and hold out straight. Or climbing the throne. Sometimes you see people do this or this. This would be an offside. This, no idea. This would be a 45-degree angle for a perfect call for which way the throne is going to go. Also, confidence. When you blow your whistle, which I'm not going to now, which will make case your ears, blow it like you mean it. And also, when you're speaking with coaches and players, and on the occasion when you have to speak to a parent, speak with authority and be stern and quick to the point, but also professional and polite at the same time. You want to control the game as much as possible. You can't let things get out of hand. If things get out of hand too quickly, that's when players start, fouling left and right. The gameplay gets dirty. It becomes an unsafe environment for players to compete in, and also a bit of a stressful and hostile environment for the referee. So solutions. Simple things like putting in the work. Go back to the booklets and the books that you received from your certification when you first became a referee, and just go over some of the notes you took. Go over film that you still have access to. Simple things also is like asking questions. With the referees that you officiate with on pointers on what to do better, what not to do. Was this call right? Was that call right? Did I do this right? Did I do that right? Should I be running here, running there? Simple things like that. And then from our perspective, or from our position, what we're also going to be implementing is pairing veterans or well-seasoned referees more often than not with younger guys, because those people are going to have the best insight and going to be able to give the best advice to the younger kids for them to be able to, adjust from their mistakes and learn from their mistakes, rather than just, sending, 2 12, 13-year-old kids like I was at some point, trying to rep a soccer game, nervous, getting hollered at by parents, and just letting things get out of hand. And then also evaluations within Indiana Soccer. We're going to be making our certification tests longer. Right now they're 100 questions. We're going to be extended to about 200 questions. And also right now it's 70% to pass and get your certification, which is too low, obviously, considering that our quality that we've been putting out as officials has gone slowly declined in the past 6 months. We think that is a necessary step forward. We don't know if it's because people are just getting lazy, or if we're letting people come in to officiate who are getting lucky on the test, who've never seen or played the game before, and they're just looking for a little extra cash, but it's unacceptable. And lastly, just sharpening the knife, of course. You're always a learner of the sport or the game. Always want to be a student, no matter how old you are. Simple things is watching professional soccer as well. Rather than ball watching, you can watch the refs and keep an eye on their gestures, their movements, the way they communicate with players and coaches, and also the simple things that etiquette, how they go about themselves on the field. Now picture this. Visualize your success now. You earn my trust from your improvement, from coaches' feedback, our evaluations. Therefore, we create a personal relationship. So I'm starting to give you a higher level of games, more games, and also coaches are starting to learn your name. So you the coaches personally ask me to have you officiate their game. That's just more cash in your pocket, and gets you on the good side with me, boss man. I did it, so can you. I started reffing at 12 years old, and I created a good relationship with my boss, where same guy who's in the position I am today. And I reffed a lot. I reffed every Friday afternoon. I was able to work around my schedule because I'm an athlete and a student. So normal 9 to 5 just isn't going to work with my constantly changing schedule. So I found it a good way to make a few $100 on the weekend, and it ended up working out perfectly. I ended up growing from that, and here I am today. Our end goal is to provide the best. Like I said before, we want to provide a safe, structured, organized competition field for players to the best of our ability, and also prove yourself, show your worth, prove your worth, so then you can achieve your end goals that you want to, and always keep growing your bank account by improving your skill.